So I've been looking for a really good used but dependable loader, like a massive machine for like moving and lifting stuff. So I went on FaceSpace and I found something really weird. I wouldn't exactly call it what I was looking for.
Even now, I don't think we should exculpate.
Here guys, this is gear time. We just started, right? How am I?
So as far as what the machine has going for it, it kind of runs like a little bit. It's got the absolutely most fanciest, biggest bucket I've ever seen on something so small. It is full hydrostatic. We'll go over all this if I can get it going again. Just doesn't want to. What it says here is mobility. I got on the internet. It's like a resource where you can find things. And there's a loader that goes by the name of the Mobility Big Dipper. I can't tell you the actual like year or genus or anything. And the next segment of the program is titled Danger, Sudden Backup. I know basically zero about this machine. It was painted this kind of hideous red at some point. It's full hydrostatics, so just forward, back, no brake, transmission, whatever. This is the bucket controls. The lights actually work. Room for your Kindle. It's 4WD, got the biggest bucket, like the most ambitious, crazy, huge bucket ever. 4-cylinder gas. I believe it's a Ford engine. Looks horrible. And then this is your hydro juice reservoir and the hydro juice box. Where is it? It's under there, 2-port. I was kind of thinking I was going to add a bunch of stuff to it, but it's got a 2-port, so I don't know. What else is there to say? It's super jacked up front, kind of built like a forklift, but with a dumper. Next segment of the program, let's see what it can lift. And the other thing about it is that it will absolutely just turn on a dime. All right, so on the mulch test, I'd say it's got like crazy amount of volume. Someone comes by with a Subaru needing some mulch, I can definitely get it up into the hatchback. But even with the 4WD, it's got very little like push going on. Throttle control's got like a little to be desired. It's all accomplished with this little piece of angle. Man, I was all excited. I was gonna drive over to our other field and pick up some hay bales. But now the loader is broken down in the middle of the road. Tripod arm also broke off. I'd be lying if I didn't say I at least thought for a minute about just totally leaving it here. I gotta figure something out. I mean, there's a car coming, and I don't think they're gonna hit it or anything. You know, it's kind of big and ugly. These guys just driving on the road. I mean, it's got that big danger sign on there, so I think it'll be okay. Yeah, she went right around it. It's all good. It's just like a loader in the road. It's not that weird looking. All right, hydrostatic transmission. Does that mean I can pull it and it's gonna roll? Too much for the Mini to pull. Like, I could do it, but not that far. Alright, plan C, prime. I tried the Mini. I tried pulling it with the truck. Now I've got the hand winch on here because I never put a good electric winch on this trailer. And Melissa's coming out. There she is. She's gonna drive. She always helps me in these situations. She's gonna drive. I'm gonna see if the hand winch can get it to move. It's a little heavy and a little bit kind of sticky. You know, it doesn't like moving without its own power. I almost made it to the hay bales. So once I got it back here, I did get it started, but then that front wheel just started totally locking up. bad wheel bearings, and then there's this thing, which is just completely toasted. So that needs some attention. I got to roll in the shop, work on that wheel bearing. I'm hoping this one's not bad. I have total fear and trepidation about pulling it and then trying to find something that matches. And I'm thinking to move this thing. I might just like pull the bucket, you know, take the bucket off. I think my anchor point might have failed. I heard some snapping and popping. Oh yeah. Oh, that is that thing is so weak. Oh. That was like a bracket for hanging, probably like a hammock from the ceiling. Alright, second draft on my anchor. I think it's better. The best way to do this would be like a true dead man. Cut a huge hole, dig like 4 feet deep, pour concrete, rebar. Oh, the best way to do it. It's not really what's happening right now. Yeah, it's like... Oh, is it lifting up? It's freaking lifting up. Ready? Okay, if that anchor pulls out, I'm just gonna have to rethink. Or think for the first time. Here we go. Flying chain. Those anchors just, you know, just didn't really do it. Failure to launch. Well, no, I mean it launched. Still smoking. This is the day my Chicago Bears tape measure finally gave up the ghost. So in my effort to size stuff up a little bit, I'm going with these 3/4 inch Whopperdoodle anchors. They're like a lot bigger than the ones I used before. I've also got this old trailer ramp, piece of C-channel. It's like 1/4 inch. I'm also thinking, hey, why not epoxy these bad boys in the hole? Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's just squirt it in the hole. Alright, now the instructions on this thing are just way too small to read. So I think it's gonna take like maybe an hour or something for that epoxy to set. Full disclosure, I have absolutely no clue about this, but there's a couple bolts, potentially pressure release valves, on the top of the hydro system that runs all the motors and stuff for the wheels. I'm thinking possibly cracking them could loosen the system up and get them wheels moving. Now they're definitely taking pressure off the hydro system because they are leaking hydraulic fluid like everywhere. They're kind of like little dipsticks. So whatever the force it takes to pull this thing, like to get this thing moving, it's going to be ×2 back at that anchor. So what do you think? Like maybe 1,000 pounds to pull that thing? That would put 2K here and 1,000 pounds back on whatever I'm pulling with, like the winch on my truck. All right. Worth a shot. I think I hit like a little bit of gravel or something, and let's see what these are rated to. They are 1,500 pounds. Now is that 1,500 pounds per or 15 for the whole thing, like golf cart? Well, I'd say that's where it's gonna be. The essence of that mystery and others explained in subsequent videos about this little beast. It's definitely a little more fun when it's running, but you know, it's got some fun times ahead. There's no way you would mistake this video for a how-to video explaining how to do stuff, but nonetheless, I appreciate you checking it out. There's just so much badness and decay in here.